Hey there, this is Daryl, and welcome back to my fly tying and fly fishing or any kind of fishing channel. Um, if you're new, welcome. And this is going to be a little series on some trout flies, about six patterns, but I'm going to be tying up quite a bit more. We've got a group fishing trip to the upstate of South Carolina, I think about the end of April. But if you're interested, we still have some openings. We've got like 16 beds to fill in this group lodge. Right now, if we can fill them up, it might be $70, $75 for the 3 or 4 nights that we're going to be fishing. But anyway, if you're interested, reach out to me, and we'll see what we can do and get you on the list. All right, let's go in here and take a look at the fly we're going to tie. It's a classic. The first fly in this series that I'm going to tie is gold rib hare's ear. I don't know, I'm trying it to use it as a pheasant-tail on it, so then when I'm doing the shell back or wing case, that I'm using the same material. But I don't know, I'm kind of leaning more where I normally tie it with using the longer fibers off the hare's mask. But this is what I'm going to tie. It's in there. Go ahead and we'll take that out. The hook that we're using is a 3X long nymph hook. I believe it's a J Stockert number 235. And we get it here, and I'm going to debarb it. And then I'm going to put on, that was good, a countersunk 2.3 gold bead by Saluda. And I kind of do mine awkward. There's probably secrets and ways of putting on a bead, but I use a bead tweezers in my fingers, or sometimes I use a little hackle pliers to hold the bead, or not the bead, but the hook. And I'm going to put that in the vise. And then I'm going to add some additional weight, some lead-free 015. And I'm going to do about 10 wraps. And then I'm going to helicopter that off. Kind of squeeze it. And then I'm going to push that into the bead. And these 10 wraps seem to be pretty good about where it ends right there. That it could be just the thread going just past that would maybe get me my 1/3 for the thorax. I'm going to use some olive 8/0 thread. I'm going to start that right back behind the the dam there, create a dam, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of lock that in a little bit. Snap that off. And I'm going to take my thread about where the hook point used to be. Let me level that off. Well, I'm all thumbs this morning. Alright, next we're going to add in some brassie gold wire. And then I'm going to tie that on the opposite side on the bottom. Next I'm going to take, I don't know, 8, 10 peacock fibers. That's like 5. And I'm going to kind of pull them out so that the tips are kind of aligned. And then strip off those fibers. And we don't want it to tail too long. But this fibers are I'm also going to use it for the wing case. So I want to try to keep it on top of the hook. Looks a little long. That looks a bit better. Don't know if the fish would have cared, but we're going to put some Hare's mask stubbing on. And I like to go with the lighter color for the ABDOMEN, and then I'm going to use a dubbing scraper here. Kind of scrub that off. So it gives me some nice dubbing. And then for the thorax, I like to go up into the darker area. You know, do that. And then I've got some darker stuff right there. And I probably got enough there to do maybe 4 or 5 flies, just that little bit. And that should be more than enough. And now I'm going to do is counter wrap the gold rib. About four wraps evenly spaced, or I'm going to try to evenly space them. And then kind of pull tight on the thread and helicopter that off. And then I'm going to put a little bit more thorax, some darker dubbing on there for the thorax. Now if you don't have a hare's mask, you could just buy regular dubbing, and whether it's synthetic or whatever else, you know, as long as it's a lighter at one end and dark at the other. It doesn't even have to be the hare's mask color. You just try to use whatever color you want. Some people put a hot spot on the thorax, like a chartreuse or an orange. I want it a little thicker than that. Alright, then we'll pull these over so that they're not twisted, just kind of even a little bit. Make that wing case. Apply a little head cement to my thread. And we'll do a 3-turn whip finish. trim that off. And take a little dubbing brush, your Velcro stick, and give it some legs. And there we have it. A hare's ear, gold rib with a gold bead hare's ear nymph on there. Again, this will be a little series about the end of April. I'll post the date in the description. If you're interested, reach out. We have a lot of a lot of fun. Some people even catch fish, but we will, let me know what you think. If you want to go, we will see you on the water. All right, Darryl signing off. Tight line.